Have you ever been watching TV and you're having a really good day and all of a sudden a commercial comes on and all you hear "In the Arms of an Angel" by Sharon McLachlan, and you see the poor puppies staring out of cages and the cats? If you're anything like me, you'll feel compelled to quickly change the channel and maybe go run and give your dog a hug. See, the problem is that millions of animals are actually in the shelter every year, and this is because of pet overpopulation. These animals are sent to shelters or even euthanized, and this is a problem that's caused by the owners not being responsible, pets reproducing, and puppy mills. So just to give you some facts, on PETA.org it says that 6 to 8 million shelter pets are put in a shelter every year. And they are there because they've escaped from their owners, they're abandoned, and sometimes the owners can't take care of them and have to drop them off at a shelter. Out of that 6 to 8 million, PETA says that 3 to 4 million pets are euthanized just in the US in 1 year. Now these are pets that PETA quotes are healthy, young, and adoptable, many of them. So if you're hearing "In the Arms of an Angel" playing in the back of your mind, that's where we are. So when I continue to look on PETA, they listed 3 causes for pet overpopulation: irresponsible owners, puppy mill supporting, and pet reproduction. So the first one, unresponsible owners. These are owners that sometimes just aren't prepared for the financial and time commitment a dog or a cat takes. I know from personal experience that my dog Georgiana, who we adopted 3 years ago, takes a lot of our time. I wouldn't be able to take care of her if it wasn't for my great parents, who actually do a lot of the work with my dog. So as I was looking around animalplanet.com, I came across an article about pet commitment, and it says that you have to commit to a pet for 10 to 15 years. 10 to 15 years. What are you doing in the next 10 years? I don't even know what I'm doing after 4 years. On top of this, you also have to pay for your pet's food, give your pet lots of attention so that it socializes correctly, pay for medical bills such as going to the vet or the pills that your pet needs to stay healthy, and give your pet a lot of exercise so that your pet can stay healthy. It's a lot of responsibility to be a dog owner. You have to be able to take care of your dog, and if your dog gets sick on your bed in the middle of the night, you have to be responsible enough to take care of your pet and go take her downstairs to get taken care of. You can't get mad at your pet. Your pet is like a child. You have to be ready and responsible for that pet, and not a lot of owners are. Another cause for pet overpopulation is puppy mills. Now that may sound cool and fun. Who wouldn't love a place full of puppies? But when I looked on animalrescuecorps.org, the facts were actually a lot more gruesome. Animalrescuecorps.org says that there are bad living conditions, not enough water, food, shelter. They're exposed to the elements, such as heat, like the Texas summer, or really cold places in the north. They also claim that puppy mills are unsanitary, meaning that sometimes when the dogs are in their cages don't get cleaned out from their pet waste, if you will. And sometimes this waste can even drop on unsuspecting pets below them, and that can lead to different fur problems and even more health problems. So, see, the thing is that with these shelters, or with the puppy mills, animalrescuecorps.org said there's 15,000 of them in the USA alone. And since there's 15,000 of them, they also stated that almost 100% of these puppy mills supply our online stores, and our pet stores. So a lot of those places that we get our pets are actually being supplied by these places that aren't very good for our dogs, which could lead to health problems and us not being able to take care of the dogs anymore. The last cause was pet reproduction. Now I'm going to come right out and say I'm not an expert on pet reproduction. My dog is spayed. There will be no puppies for me. But I did go online and looked at the American Kennel Club, which had an online breeder's handbook written by Dr. Jones. And they said in this handbook that a Labrador Retriever in one litter could have an average of 5 to 10 puppy dogs. That's 5 to 10 giant labs that you're going to have to feed. 5 to 10 labs that you're going to have to find homes for. Now, you might say, well, that's a big dog. Of course, he's going to have a lot of puppies. But I also looked at Yorkshire Terriers in the article, and they said there's 2 to 5 dogs. And these are little Yorkies. And if your dog has 5 Yorkies, that's still 5 places to find homes for. And these have to be good, responsible homes to fill your pet ownership duties. But I guess that'd be okay if puppies only had 1 litter per lifetime. Well, when I was looking up in The Guardian online, there was a 2010 article talking about a kennel club trying to lower the amount of litters you could register. They wanted to lower it to 4 per female dog, while the legal limit was 6 at the time. 6 litters of puppies. So I did the math with my trusty calculator, and if you take the lowest number of puppies per litter and the required 4, restricted 4 litters, you get 20 labs and 8 Yorkies. That's 28 dogs from just 2 female dogs of 2 different breeds that you would have to find homes for, or feed them or pay their medical bills. You can see that in a lifetime, this would really add up to a lot of dogs and can really cause an overpopulation problem if we don't try to spade or neuter our dogs. So, let's talk solutions. Now, the ideal grand solution would be that everybody would go out and adopt a dog and, not necessarily buy from pet stores. That's great if the dog you want is adoptable. And I definitely encourage everybody to go out. If you go online, you can see certain types of dogs, and a lot of times you can get the coolest breeds. And it's really easy, and they will walk you through it online. But if you want a certain type of dog, you should also consider using a responsible and licensed breeder. Now, local solutions. So, a local solution would be to volunteer your time or donate some money to sites like Houston ASPCA or Petco, and PetSmart also will be able to help you find places to donate your time and money to. Again, a lot of this information can be found online quite easily. I would know because I did spend one night this week looking up different puppy dogs to try to convince my parents that we should get. I failed, by the way. It's one dog. So, if you're looking for a dog yourself, I would encourage you personally to adopt a dog. If you already have a dog, spay and neuter your cats and your dogs. If that sounds expensive, there are a lot of benefits to spaying and neutering. The Houston ASPCA.org said that there's positive behavior changes involved in spaying or neutering your pets. Also, male cats are less likely to get certain diseases, and they're less likely to fight. So that's a little bit less of a medical bill you could be looking at in the future. The ASPCA.org said that spaying will help your female pets live longer and healthier. I know that I'd be really glad to see my dog, Georgie, live longer because I had her spayed. Also, they pointed out that spaying and neutering costs less than taking care of a litter of puppies. And if you think about it, those 20 labs that could possibly be in your future has to cost less, because that's 20 mouths to feed, as I said. So, pet overpopulation is caused by owners not being ready to take on responsibilities of a dog or a cat. The time commitment, the medical bills, and the financial issues all lead to not being able to take care of your pet. Also, our support of puppy mills, who just try to give out as many dogs as they can, not worried about quality, and pet reproduction. If we don't stop our pets from reproducing or be responsible for them when they do reproduce, these all could lead to a lot of pets going into shelters. So like I said, I really encourage everyone to go out and either adopt a pet, consider adopting for your friends or your family, or maybe volunteer your time or money to an animal shelter. So the next time you hear "In the Arms of an Angel," consider what you have done for the pets of America, and consider if you're really taking care of your own pet. Thank you.